the units have survived the operation. Yeah, I just put them back together. They're fine. I think they're gonna work. I took down all their chips, which is important, I guess. So that's the nanoverb on the left. I took just the biggest ones, let's say, yeah, because like there's a lot of them inside. But like, yeah, I think it works on the wavefront processor, and there's an Elite MT as well in there, and all of that. I don't know what they are. There's a chip in the middle with a sticker on it. Yeah, NA5201. I don't know what that is. And then there's the non-compressor. Yeah, a few op amps and stuff like that. Those, for some reason, Malaysia, I don't know what they are. Mu 9 and Mu 2, yeah. That is there. It's a flip flop or something. I don't know. TL. Could be a chip of sorts. I don't know. And potentiometers are interesting if you're studying compression. So threshold is 10k kilo ohms. Yeah. Ratio is 1k. Attack is 1 mega ohm. Yeah. Release is 2 mega ohm. And the output is 10k. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Alright, so those are the nanoverb and nanocompressor. Had a good look inside of them. Enjoyed my trip. Yeah. And then Arturia key step. So the main board is that. It runs on the ARM chip, STM32F103. All of those things, I don't remember what they were. 74HC02 and 04D. They must be important, I don't know what they are. Then there's the panel board with that chip on it. 74HCT595D. Then there's the touch wheel board, which is really cool. So it's got 6 segment touch strips by 2 of them. Yeah, so that's what does, like, you know, pitch and mod, and it's somehow like registering through the plastic, so that's really sensitive, the board inside. So that's how the touch strips work on that. And it uses CSM224-S, 2 of those, Z0117190C. Yeah, and the keypad is really interesting. So I think maybe the frequency and the pitch goes through the resistive membrane with only 4 connections, right, that go inside that somehow. So it's a ladder, it's a resistive ladder, really, yeah. And yeah, the keypad is insanely complicated, like, and that has like pitch. Oh yeah, what does it have? It's got all sorts of things inside. It's kind of mad, like. So it does all that. It's got an internal clock. That's like, you know, you can sync it to MIDI, USB, and the sync, yeah, as well as sync. So you can sync. It's multi-syncable, basically. Yeah, it's the best word. You can sync it to anything, Korg, Roland, MIDI, whatever you want. Yeah, DIN sync. Yeah, it's got a sustain input, but you don't need it because it's got the hold button. That's exactly what it does. It's the same function, and it's got an ARP and a sequencer and all sorts of things. So, you know, I don't know how to use it. Yeah, I need to read the manual. And sync in and out, and then it's got CV outputs. So it's got the gate and the pitch, which are the famous ones, right? Gate and the pitch, everybody knows what they are. But modulation is interesting. So on the box it says the modulation. Yes, first of all, it's got 1 volts per octave, yeah. And separate mod output allows you even more possibilities, it says. It's got a chord plate mode, yeah, hold button, yeah, sequencer, arpeggiator, performance controls, octave shifts. Yeah, so it's that one. CV gate output. CV supports 1 volt per octave, volts to hertz modes, gate output 5 volts or 12 volts somehow. Yeah, for modern or vintage gear support. CV velocity aftertouch mod wheel output. Yeah, so the aftertouch velocity and the modulation strip, right? The modulation touch strip it does get converted somehow into CV, and you can, get the CV out. So it's a converter of CV to MIDI to CV and all sorts of things. Yeah. You can power it by 9 volts, which is nice, and a micro USB, and there's MIDI there as well if you need it. And it comes with lovely Ableton Live Lite, because it's kind of all you need really. Yeah, and the keyboard is great. So yeah, I'm gonna try to wire the CV modulation, which is the aftertouch or whatever I want. Yeah, into the CV input of one of those on the Analog Studio or Analog Rhythm Mark II. And see what happens. Yeah, because it's basically like a modular in the box, Yeah, and it's got a synth station built in now with the new update. It's the chiptune machine, and yeah, you can do all sorts of like 8-bit voices, I guess, and all that. All right.